Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday night. We are back with our live topic tonight, which we're going to be talking about UFO disclosure. And we're also going to be entertaining some live questions for you a little bit later. And so, just as a heads up, for those of you who are here now, if you're going to be asking a question, it's really helpful if you put your name first. Sometimes the handles don't match up. Sometimes people are using somebody else's platform. And so, if you want an accurate read, then make sure you put your name first before you ask a question. So, welcome. Everyone, we just passed through a powerful full moon eclipse. And eclipses are always about letting go of things that are no longer aligned, things that are not serving us. And so you may be noticing if this has been a challenge for you, what is it that you're letting go of? Now, sometimes people don't like to let go of things, losing things, like even losing weight. Psychologically, we don't like that losing thing. We feel maybe abandoned. And so we hang on. And especially for people who like to control things. Now, of course, the truth is we control nothing. However, when we can surrender to these energies and really, for those of you who made intentions ahead of time for this eclipse, that you may have found it much more supportive and that it was helping you let go of things that are really not serving you, not aligned. It could be friends, it could be um, maybe work, could be clients, it could be all kinds of things. At any rate, welcome to our eclipse energy, and we're it's a great energy to help us amplify the things that we're letting go of. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit more tonight as well. And I want to say hello to a few of you who have shown up a little early, so thank you. We have Toronto. Welcome, Krita. We have Nancy, who I think is in Florida. We have New York, Selma, great. And Hawaii, Texas. Welcome, all of you here. And let's see. Okay, good, good, good. All right. The thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to this disclosure. So maybe you've heard, or maybe you haven't, that the president is planning on releasing these or declassifying these files that are related to UFOs, UPAs. Is that what it? Unidentified flying phenomenon? Whatever it is, UFPs. I guess that's what it is. Anyway, the things that fly in the sky, we don't know what they are. Those things. And so this is creating quite a division. It's creating quite a stir, because it's kind of separating people into a couple camps. One camp is the people who want full disclosure, and they don't want things redacted. They don't want things controlled and, eased out a little bit at a time. And so there is a group that wants that. They want control. They want this disclosed maybe little by little, or skewed in such a way that it changes the narrative. And so we've seen that in other files that have gotten released, that there is a great deal of editing. So the most important thing, however, is that no matter what camp you're in, because there's some people that are filtering this whole disclosure through a religious filter, and these might be afraid that what is disclosed is actually demons. So that's the filter they're seeing this through. And those who are maybe of more of a political bent, they might believe that this is going to be used as an opportunity to create greater control, to create greater military force, and etc. So really, no matter what camp you're in, or whether it's disclosed a little at a time or all at once, the main thing is that this is going to create a massive shift in human consciousness. So there's some people that are excited. I'm excited that welcome this disclosure. And many of us already know that they've been here for a very long time. Many of us have been already communicating with them and know that they are here to support us. And so anything that happens where maybe things in the news might show up as uh, maybe UFOs or aliens are harming people, that would not be aliens, just so you know. That would not be aliens. And so the main thing is, how do we remain calm, sovereign, not panicking, not freaking out that these are demons, or that we can instead come from a really grounded place where we welcome this disclosure that these non-human entities, intelligence, has been with us for a very long time. And so how do we, learn to navigate through all of this? Now, of course, this is going to take a lot of time to have people getting used to this new idea that this is actually a true thing. Uh, and so, what I wanted to share with you is, for those of you who are afraid, that there's some of you who think of this maybe through a religious filter, and you're afraid that these are the demons, or you're just afraid in general that this is going to be a really scary thing. So, if it's scary, then that means you likely already have fear in your field, and it's just triggering fear that already exists. And so, this is why I have been promoting the meditation that I offer free on my website. You can find it in this QR code at the top of the YouTube screen, or you can go to KimberlySherry.com and just download that free 20-minute meditation. It's designed to, number one, most important thing, get you ultra grounded. All the anxiety that you hold in your field, that's because it doesn't have a place to go. If you don't have a grounding cord, you're like a house without plumbing. You're like a tree without roots. What happens to a big tree in the storm when the roots are very shallow? It doesn't hold up, does it? So we want to be like a strong, grounded tree, ultra grounded. Now, the meditation that I have on my website has 5 parts to getting ultra, ultra grounded. And so tonight, when you ask your questions, some of those questions might be whether or not you're grounded. So that's super important to know. If you're not grounded, anxiety is going to build, and you are likely to be fearful. And so instead of reacting, like our nervous system is going to react to this massive disclosure that's going to happen. And if we're afraid, it's likely because we don't have that grounding cord. And so we want to remove that. We want to get grounded so that we can remove the fear. Now, we've seen how fear has been put into action before. They had the whole planet running for toilet paper. And so maybe all that was a trial run. At any rate, we want to make sure that we're grounded, we keep our heads screwed on straight, that we are not panicking, and that if you're here on this planet, watching on this channel, watching this, that you're likely meant to be someone who's a lighthouse, someone that people can turn to as, oh, there's a grounded force. There's a direction that is worth following. So I think that we need more people that are a grounded force, because there's likely to be a lot of people who are in a state of panic and chaos. So that is the big number one thing I wanted to talk about tonight was this disclosure. Let me see if I covered everything I wanted to talk about. Yeah, so the most powerful position is to be in that grounded, sovereignty, aware of what's going on. And speaking of being grounded and sovereign, tomorrow is the first Thursday of the month when we have our monthly luminary activation. I walk you through that whole process. That's um, the 20-minute meditation. However, I'm looking for much deeper things. And we always do a different topic every month. And so the topic this month is all about the prosperity threshold. So many of you are still struggling financially, and we are going to be raising that money frequency again because spring is a really important time. A lot of people use the first of the year as the kind of launch into the new year, but I think it's important to work with the energies on the planet. So spring is the energy when the whole planet is birthing, is uh, sending those shoots up through the ground. So it's a great opportunity to work with the energies on the planet and to step into maybe a new project. Maybe you have a new program you're offering. Maybe you're going to write a book. Maybe there's something you want to launch or bring forward. And so this spring energy is the perfect time to do that. And that's why spirit has guided, well, if we're going to be doing that with our businesses, we want to do it in a high money frequency. So that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're going to be walking you through that whole process of running your energy. And additionally, we're going to be raising your money frequency so that you're aligned throughout your entire field. Because everything in your outer world is what you are projecting, you're creating based on what's going on here. And so if you're not liking what's going on in your financial world right now out here, then this is likely needs to be changed. And there's some of you that might even want to go deeper than the luminary activation. So that on Monday, the luminary activation launches our next 12-day program, which we do every other month. So we're going to be doing 12 days of deep diving into all the reasons why we might block our financial prosperity and abundance, pushing money away unconsciously. We don't even realize it. We don't realize the programs that are running in the background. We don't realize the control mechanisms on the planet that are keeping us out of our sovereignty. And a really special thing, I always love doing new things. Spirit is always guiding me to do new things. And so one of the things that we're going to be doing over these next 12 days, which I'm excited about, that's new, is we're going to be elevating the frequencies of the Queen and the King, very sovereign energies. And over the past couple of weeks, I've been absolutely shocked, but not surprised at the levels of control. There's like a whole energetic architecture that's been keeping humanity's finances and their ability to move forward into their gifts. It's been suppressed. It's been held down through a very intricate architecture. So we're going to be stepping into these sovereign energies of the king and queen, balancing in those energies. Whether you're a man or a woman, we need those energies balanced throughout our field. And so from that energy, we're going to be stepping even deeper into these different money blocks. So I can't wait. I'm super excited. And you might want to find out tonight, what's your money frequency if you're not sure. That would be another great way to find out if you're even aligned to join us. So anyway, that's my spiel for tonight. I'd love to hear your questions. And if you could put your name at the beginning of your question, that would be great. And then I'll know exactly who I'm chatting with. All right. Whoa, you guys are very busy over here. Okay, good. Let's see what we have as far as questions go. Stephen Greer, would love to hear your take on Stephen Greer. I think he's great. I have his app. I've not used it yet. We might use it on our Sedona retreat, which is full, by the way. But Stephen, I'll give you a quick read on him. So I haven't read him in a while, but he is grounded. He's got good earth energy in his legs. He has no worry circle. His heart is grounded, 100% open. So he operates from a very full, open heart. He's very passionate about what he does. He has an infinite number of rings, so he's not being controlled by the darker forces. So, yeah, I love Stephen Greer. He's great. Let's see. Okay, did that. What else do we have? And Nancy told her boss we were aliens. Okay. All right, here's a question. After the activation, how long does the frequency stay elevated? It depends. It depends on the person. Depends on their own, how evolved they are, whether or not they actually do the practice of keeping your energy field clear. It's kind of like going to the dentist and getting your teeth all polished and clean, and then asking, how long is it going to stay clean? Till tomorrow morning. So, yeah, it's definitely, we need to maintain these frequencies. And so that's why the 12-day program is so ideal, because every single day for 2 weeks, 12 days, a little over 2 weeks, we are going to be elevating those frequencies and then checking it to make sure it stays elevated. You can get the feeling of what it feels like to be in those higher frequencies. So, really would be great to have you join us. All right. Here's a Lola, Inez. Okay. How much am I grounded? Well, not at all. You have no grounding cord, and you have no earth energy in your legs. So that's two parts of getting ultra grounded. So the thing that's blocking you, Inez, is, excuse me, in your root chakra. There's 20 of those AI cords plugged into your root chakra. This is very common, very common. AI being ancient interference, not artificial intelligence. And so that needs to be removed. It might be easier for you to get grounded that way. Let's see. Linda wants to know what her money frequency is. All right, Linda, it's at 500. So interestingly enough, 500 is the frequency that the QFS, or quantum financial system, has set the energetic frequency of money on the whole planet at this vibration of 500. So 500 is where you can make enough money, you able to pay your bills, but there's more. Like, you're right up against that glass ceiling, and you can even see what's available, but you can't quite reach it. It just feels like you're being impeded, blocked. You keep trying different things and nothing seems to work. So that frequency of 500 is definitely linked, or likely linked, to the QFS. So that would be an important person or energy to release out of your money pile, which is what we'll be doing tomorrow. All right, Gigi, can you please scan my money frequency? Okay, Gigi, also at 500. My friend who lives long distance, is he courting to me? Is your friend courting to you? Well, so that's 500. There is a male that's corded to your root chakra with 5 cords. And he's a little angry. So maybe that's who you're talking about. So yes. All right, Krita, I keep finding things in my 3rd layer. Is it your keys? No, teasing. Is there something I'm missing? I don't think so. I think it's quite common to find energies in the 3rd layer. Yeah, so in your 3rd layer, so I'll look specifically at your 3rd layer. There's cords, 20 of those AI cords kind of plugged in to that 3rd layer. That's kind of like being plugged into your 3rd chakra, because the third chakra feeds out into the third layer, and that is your power layer, connects to your power center. And so they're trying to control your power. So that may be what you're missing if you keep finding energy there. All right, Cindy. Oh, this is Cindy. This is Samantha. Okay. Can you do a scan on me? And would love to know my money frequency as well. Okay. So, Samantha, you are grounded. You have good earth energy in your legs. Worry circle is at the second layer. You have about 50 black boxes at your root chakra. Now, black boxes are thought of as one, it could be either a control mechanism by the dark side, or it can also be, just sort of depends on what your filter you're seeing things through. Like pockets of energy that are old beliefs, thoughts, programs, lessons, etc. And that's going to interfere with some things. Even though you're grounded, that's going to likely interfere with some other things. Your money frequency is also at 500. So that's the level of the QFS. And you're not aligned with it in the root chakra. Could be because of those black boxes. But either way, when we're not aligned with money in our root chakra, it will always feel like you just wonder when the rug's going to get pulled out. Like you can't rely on money. When is it going to run away next? And so it just doesn't feel stable or safe. So hopefully that helps, Samantha. Brooke would like a scan. Okay, Brooke, you're grounded, Brooke. Grounded, good earth. No worry circle. Heart not grounded, only 15% open. And it's not flowing like out that right arm into your left receiving hand. Yeah, blocked at your left receiving hand as well. It's got 5 creative rings, so you've got some compression up there. Above your rings, there's about 20 of those AI chords. And the thing that's causing your heart not to be grounded is actually in your root chakra. Black box is about 20. So maybe that will help. All right, welcome, Sue. Could you scan your money frequency? Okay, could I scan? Yes, Sue. Let's see. Also at 500. That's interesting. Everybody's at this 500. Yes. Yes, I just double checking. Is that from Pure Source? Yes. So you're all plugged into this QFS, quantum financial system. You know, I've even with a small group of people, we have several times tried to clear what's holding that blanket of frequency down on the money frequency for the whole planet. And we've released it several times, but it always seems to come back. So much better, I guess, to just take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, raise your own money frequencies, and go from there. All right, great, Sue. Ava, please let me know what is my money frequency. All right, Ava, also 500, yes. And you also have a hard time staying aligned with a high money frequency in your heart chakra. So you might have some regrets about how you've operated with money, maybe some coulda, woulda, shouldas. You know, if I had invested in that thing, I wouldn't be struggling so much right now, or it would just be easier, or thinking you should be somewhere different than you are now. So in the heart, and then in that root chakra, just like the other person I was talking about, where money just doesn't feel safe, like it could run away at any time. I think that's kind of an overall global, frequency that's running right now, because there's so much fear mongering about everything financial. if you look online through some of these YouTube things, I don't watch them because I know what they're up to, but it seems like everything is about fear of money. Take your money out of the bank, invest here, take your house off the grid, and, just all kinds of things that are making us afraid of money. So we will manifest the frequency that we're at. So might as well raise the money frequency so you can attract more from a higher perspective. Um, all right. Mary Ann Fraidy Cats would like to know if she is grounded. You are, Mary Ann. You're grounded. You've got good earth. There's no worry circle. Heart not grounded, only 15% open. And what's blocking that is actually in your root chakra. In your root chakra, and that is black boxes, about 20. And if that's removed, that might help you get a little more grounded. Marina, okay. Marina would like a scan. Okay, Marina, and it seems like you're new here. I don't know that I've seen that name, but at any rate, welcome. You are not grounded, and what's preventing that is in your root chakra, there are about 50 black boxes. So you're in the process of letting go, maybe with the help of this eclipse, a lot of programs and paradigms and beliefs that don't allow you to feel safe. And yeah, hopefully that helps. Let's see if there's I'll let you know a couple other things. So also part of getting ultra grounded is grounding the heart chakra. So your heart chakra is only open about 3%. There's also black boxes in the heart, so that's also preventing that. So these are the energies that you guys are manifesting from these interference frequencies, and that's going to make it hard. And especially, when it's in the heart chakra, it's going to make it hard to feel. It's going to make it hard for you to care about other people, maybe even to care about yourself. Maybe, I don't know, you've stopped, I don't know, exercising or watching what you eat, or I don't know, maybe there's some way that you've not really taken care of yourself, getting good night's rest, etc. Anyway, Marianne would also like to know her money frequency, also at 500. Yep, that's a QFS. It's got everybody. Nancy, I had a strange dream that I was trying to escape in a car and kept ending up back at the original location. And then a man sat down at a table with me and a friend and introduced him as my handler. Wow. Yeah. Interesting. So, yeah, it's maybe the feeling of, it's kind of like an energetic frequency that is on the planet where everybody is kind of being handled by these architecture, this control mechanisms. So I would say that you're probably not too far off. Hey, Stephanie, great to have you back. Okay, good. All right, Marianne, you're having a day, huh? Okay, Stephanie would like a scan. Great. Not grounded, Steph, and only 2 rings. So in your root chakra, there's those black boxes, about 20 in your root chakra. And then above your crown, also more black boxes, about another 20. So you're being compressed at both ends. That's never fun. All right. You're welcome, Sue. Hey, Bam. Good to see you too. Can I get a money frequency scan? Get a scan and money frequency. Okay. So first things first, you're not grounded, and no earth energy and rings. no rings. So you're being compressed by this controlling architecture. And your money frequency 250. So that's even lower than the 500 that most everybody has been showing up with. So at 250, that's hard. That's, it's always a struggle. They're just never enough. And, money's always bleeding out the back door. And yeah, so that's hard. So maybe you'll join us tomorrow for our luminary activation and get your money frequency raised. It would be a great thing. The Krista Hilton. I'd love a scan, Krista. Okay. Also, I love these lights. Oh, great. I'm glad you are enjoying this, and welcome back. You are grounded, so great job, and good earth energy in your legs. There's no worry circle. Heart grounded, great. 100% open. But it's the heart, like you can have a big open heart and just have a little trickle of energy coming out of it. And so that's kind of the case with you. Big open heart, grounded, but it's only trickling out maybe 3%. And so the thing that's blocking that is curses, 50 curses at your crown chakra from, it's not AI. It's a male, some guy in your life, put some curses on you, right at your crown, and maybe trying to knock your queen's crown off your head. All right. Well, so there's that. Yeah. He's also plugged in at your solar plexus, cording with about 5 cords there. So he's trying to control what you're doing, or maybe trying to slow you down, or maybe he wants you to do something. He's not angry, so he's not trying to control you with anger. But anyway, maybe that's helpful. Thanks for showing up, Krista. Christina, scan please. What's going on with my bladder pain? I'm exhausted, can't ground. Cords, fear, being at feet. I have inherited money beliefs. All right, let's see what's going on with you, Krista. So, first of all, are you grounded? Oh, like this much, like 3 inches. So that is going to throw everything off. What's preventing that? Cords, 20. This is AI right at a root chakra. So those 20 AI cords that plug in at the root, they throw everything off. I'm not a doctor, but your bladder is only operating at like 3%. Let's see. I'm getting that you have candida that's like 100%, which is really going to affect the bladder. And also, it looks like you have some kind of a virus or bacteria. So this is when it's a good time to check out the doctor. If getting grounded doesn't help, I mean, that's kind of energy 101. But there are in your root chakra, we said the 20 cords, right? Okay. Yeah, that's yeah. It looks like you probably a doctor visit would be helpful. This is when antibiotics are helpful when this has gotten out of control. So yeah, and the exhaustion, that's likely the candida. Your fear is at 100%, so that's feeding all of these things. And money beliefs at 250. So you've got a lot going on. A lot going on. So yeah, it would be worth joining us tomorrow. Get your money vibes high, get you grounded, get things flowing again, eliminate the fear in your field so you're not feeding all these bugs and bacteria and fungus and not fungus, but viruses, etc. Because the thing about any disease, virus, bacteria, all of those things, parasites, they can't live in a high frequency. So that's the a big part of why we raise our frequencies. So these things they can't survive. All right, Samantha again. Let's see. Okay, so we're not doing rechecks. Yeah. Brooke would like a scan on her husband. Okay, so we're just looking. This is where some people ask, well, do you have to get permission to look at somebody? And the answer is no. We can look. There's no harm in looking. That's part of an old paradigm. Oh, you have to get permission to look. That's part of the old paradigm that was trying to keep people, in a lane so that we don't exercise our gifts. And even Elizabeth April will call her remote viewings creeping. She's creeping, looking at people. Anyway, Brooke, your husband is not grounded. Heart also not grounded, and his heart is only open like 3%. And he's having a hard time receiving. That left receiving hand is blocked. And rings, only 5 rings above his head. It looks like he's in a lot of fear too. So with that, when there's no grounding cord, that fear is going to back up. He's probably feeling pretty anxious as well. All right, let's see. Healing 326. Can you check my energy? All right. Not grounded. And you have got 3 creative rings above your head, so there's compression there. What's causing the root chakra not to be grounded? There are about 20 cords or black boxes, 20 black boxes at your root chakra, and at the crown there's also another 20 of those black boxes, so that's creating this compression. Heart, 15% open. So if both of these energies are removed, that will likely open that heart. And so for those of you who are asking for a rescan, like if I already read you and now you did something, you want to see if did it work, this is a good opportunity for you to check your ability to get your internal yes or no, and see if it cleared what you were trying to clear. All right. Inez wants to get a scan. Money frequency. I think I already checked you, didn't I? That's the second question. What was the first one? Because I have a horrible memory. No, I shouldn't say that. It's getting better every day, right? Okay. Anyway, wants to know what her money frequency is. Money frequency, 500, Inez. Yeah. So you also have a hard time being aligned with your money frequency in the heart. So maybe you've been judging yourself as to coulda, woulda, shouldas that you coulda, woulda, shoulda done with money. And also in the root chakra, where it doesn't feel safe. So those 2 places, heart and root, in addition to raising that money frequency. That's all what we're going to be doing mañana. All right, Ava let's see, Ava is grounded and energy is flowing, except the left receiving hand. There's about 20 black boxes there. Um, Money frequency is at 500. And so that also in the root chakra, where it's not quite aligned, doesn't feel safe, that's that energy on the planet pretty much. Mm, this is Krista, who I think you were asking about someone courting to you from the past. So yeah, you could have someone from the past you haven't talked to in 20 years. They could still be courting to you. Yeah. So, and you don't have to know who it is to get rid of it. Correct. That's correct. Healing 326 wants her husband checked. Not grounded. And no rings above the crown and heart closed. So that's a compression and that architecture that is that controlling forces. Savita. Hi dear, my family and my daughter-in-law together at any time. I don't know what that means. Something wrong happened. She thought we always wrong. Sometime I thought maybe any bad energy with us. I don't know. Please help me in her and my daughter relationship. I like her. I love her. Well, great. I'm glad you love your daughter. We're not doing clearings here, but I know you come here just about every week, and so I always welcome your questions. I think so. I'm that I'm guessing that English is your second language, so it's hard to understand everything you're saying. But the one thing that it makes me wonder is the unresolved past lives you have with your daughter. You have 10, and she has 3 with you. And there's a lot of fury in these past lives. And so the interesting thing about past lives is you can create a huge shortcut instead of wasting a whole nother lifetime trying to work out all the stuff that you're trying to work out with any given person, that you clear the residual energies that are left over from these past lives. It doesn't take that long. It doesn't take that long for me to do it. I'll just say that. And so if those were cleared, your relationship with your daughter would shift because you don't have to keep working out all these angry things that that you've brought into this lifetime to clear. And so now new opportunities, new situations are showing up to clear these energies. But if you don't know that, you just kind of keep playing out the same patterns and programs. So that would be a good, right now, just for those of you who are maybe interested or wondering, right now I'm not taking any new clients, new 30 or 90-day clients, just at capacity. So something like this would be a good opportunity to do a 30-minute session. So I'm still doing those to kind of fill in some of the gaps, but that could easily be cleared in a 30-minute session and getting you two aligned again. So maybe you're interested in that. If any of you are interested in a 30-minute session, you can email support@kimberlysherry.com and just request it. It's not listed on my website, so you have a special opportunity to find out about that. All right, Steph. Baz, I think is his name, your husband's name, right? You'd like me to scan him. So not grounded, no rings, heart closed. Yeah, so he's got that compression going on. Let's see, at the root chakra, there's about 20 of those black boxes, and at the crown, another 20 as well for just a quick peek at what's going on. I know you know how to clear that, so that might be helpful. Okay. Uh, yes. So, Savita, I did let you know that you could email support at kimberlysherry.com and request the 30-minute session. So we could send you the link for that. What time of the day are the 12-day sessions? 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Pacific time. So the first day is an hour, and then after that, just 20 minutes morning and night. Or if you're only doing it in the morning, which new people, my suggestion is that you only do the morning, because this is a really powerful process. Some people underestimate it, or they think they're advanced, and then they come on and they go, whoa, what the hell? This is a lot. And so if you're new to me, I suggest that you just do the foundational program, which just meets in the morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time for 20 minutes. XM Babe, have you removed the cords of X Roy? Yeah, Roy is not courting to you, so I guess you did. Well done. X Rot. Don't you hate it when it keeps correcting you? Okay, Aaron. I'm new to your work, although I did sign up for a free offering, but had trouble accessing it. I don't know how long ago that was. We do have the 20-minute meditation on a new platform in Hello Audio, so you can listen to it anywhere on your phone. It's a lot of people were having trouble, so we moved to that platform. So you might try again. Many truthers I listen to are saying they are struggling with their money abilities. Yes, well, that's because the QFS has set the frequency of their money. Okay, I'm gonna switch over here to Instagram, see if there's any questions over here. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Yes, we do have a question. Great. Mariana, Mariana. Okay. Send Reiki energy on their relationship. Not sure who the she is and who their relationship is. So not sure what you're referring to. You might be talking about the gal with her daughter, etc. That whole relationship. Yeah, except that we're not here doing any healings, and it would the one thing. Okay, so let me just say this. I was talking earlier about getting permission to work on other people. So that is kind of like a universal law that you don't just go around, working on people. I kind of feel like giving people a grounding cord is never. I don't think that that's something you really have to ask permission for. It's kind of like it's such a helpful thing on both sides, but for the most part, we don't go around healing people unless they've asked for it, because it could affect their karmic path. And so we don't do that. But there is no harm in looking. There's no harm in looking and calibrating, because when we're calibrating, when we're checking people's frequencies and what things measure at, we are not changing anything. So we don't need to get permission for that. And Luminous Colors over here on Instagram would like a scan. All right, so no grounding cord and no creative rings and heart closed. So that is the usual setup for the architecture that I've been talking about, how they compress you at the bottom and the top, and then the heart chakra. And some people will even refer to this configuration as being like an NPC, non-playable character. So, but it can be shifted. It can be changed. Um, Samantha is writing a book, creating a center at this time. Do I have blocks moving forward? Um, well, Samantha, let's see. Writing your book. Okay, so if I were to if you were to create an avatar for writing your book, it's not grounded. It has no grounding cord. It has three creative rings, and the heart of this is only open like 3%. So that's the first place that I would start is create an avatar for writing your book, run energy through it, get all of that flowing. Your creative energy, um, like from your heart, it starts to flow out the arm, stops right there. And the left receiving hand is also blocked. So your creative energy is blocked. So, yeah. And you know that this would be a great project to bring to the 12 days so that you could get this business avatar or you're writing your book avatar, this project grounded, flowing, bringing your high frequency of money through that avatar. That would be a great, that's a great example of how you could use the 12-day program to really help you. And let's see, Ravina. Could you scan me to see if I'm grounded? You are grounded. Great job. And you've got good earth energy. There's no worry circle. Heart is grounded, 100% open and flowing. Well done. Infinite rings. Yeah, your energy is flowing really nicely. Your money frequency, however, is only at 500. And it's actually, I haven't checked this with other people, but because you seem more advanced, I'm checking to see how well your money is flowing. It's actually stopping at the top of your creative rings. There's about 20 black boxes up there. You're also not sovereign with your money, so it's also stopped at your crown, heart chakra, the coulda, woulda, shouldas with money, solar plexus where it feels blocked, and root chakra where it doesn't feel safe. So maybe that tracks. So you're asking, do I teach all of this? Yes, yes. Actually, you know, when you work with me, that's all I'm doing is teaching people. I do, I think, at least I try to do very little clearing. I'm watching you clear. I'm telling you where, and so when we're doing, like, say tomorrow at the luminary activation, I'll be telling everyone where they need to do some clearing, what's blocked. And that way I'm in the background watching to see if what everyone's doing is clearing the blocks or not. And so this is how you learn in the process. If you work one-to-one with me, that's even um, more specific and more fine-tuned, and that is really the best way to have a private mentoring. I'm not opening that up, the 30 or 90-day programs, until April, however. So you might keep that in mind. And you guys might also want to get my book. If you haven't seen it, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, available on Amazon. It teaches the whole system, the whole infinity system, and how it works, how to use avatars, all of that. I know because it's a living system, it has changed in the last 2 years. And so my next book is on the horizon. I know I keep threatening that, right? But there's new things that have developed since writing that book that I need to do a next book. The next book, however, is also going to be geared towards, it's going to be geared towards more of our physiology, because I've discovered that that system, the infinity system, can be used to calibrate every body system and organ in your body so that you can elevate your frequency to live more vibrantly, healthier, longer, etc. Um, so that's what the next book is going to be geared towards is how you use that system to really elevate the frequency of our body, because we need to have strong, vibrant bodies to hold all the light, the incoming light. I mean, that's the whole point of being human in our evolution, I believe, is that we're meant to embody as much light as possible while staying in the body, grounded. And so bringing all of that energy into a really grounded, sovereign vessel. And that's in my opinion, is what we're doing here on this planet. I just recently got it downloaded to my YouTube. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Good. Nancy, I meant memory, not money, regarding truthers having challenges with memory. I think I've noticed that as well. There are a bunch of different parts of the brain that can be checked. This happened to me about a month ago. I had done a couple lives and I couldn't remember squat. Like I just forgetting all kinds of things. At any rate, I decided after that live to go through all the parts of my brain and calibrate them and raise them. So there's a bunch of different parts of the brain that can be calibrated, raised. I just did this with a client just a day or two ago, and it's definitely a place that can affect how we're thinking clearly. And so I noticed things improved after I did that. So got everything back up to speed again, and so that the brain is functioning more like it should. All right. Well, let's see. We'll go over here to Instagram, see if there's any other. Mariana, I already did. Mariana. Okay. Well, great. Well, we are at the top of the hour, and I certainly appreciate all of you coming here every week as you do. And I hope we'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time for our luminary activation, where we'll be raising our money frequencies. For those of you who are struggling with money, for those of you who have a low money frequency because you're matching the frequency of the quantum financial system, which is set at 500, you can break through that threshold and start aligning to a higher frequency with that starting tomorrow. So hopefully we'll see you there. You can go to my website, KimberlySherry.com, and just scroll down to the luminary activation, or you can click on that little or scan the QR code at the top of the screen there if you're on YouTube, and join us that way. That'll take you to the website. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you either tomorrow or Monday for our 12-day program, or next week. Either way, have a blessed time and stay grounded so that you don't panic with all this UFO nonsense. All right. Have a blessed night. Thanks.